What is up, Earthnoids and Spacenoids? I am just a simple new type, and in this episode, we have finally made it to the second Neo Zeon War in Mobile Suit Gundam, Char's Counterattack. Last time, in our journey through the main UC timeline, Judo defeated Haman and took down Neo Zeon at their homeland of Side 3. Judo, tired of the nonsense of adulthood, left with Rue to join the Jupiter Energy Fleet. In this episode, we skip forward to UC 0093, where we see the return of Char and we will be introduced to Londo Bell, EFF's new elite force. We will jump right into Londo Bell trying to stop Char from doing something extremely wicked.
I'm doing something extremely wicked.
Let's not waste any time, and let's get into this. One thing to note is that the final battle between the Nahil Argama and Neo Zeon was the beginning of UC 0089. Neo Zeon came to an end on January 17th. 2 months later, on March 15th, Judo and Rue set off for Jupiter. It isn't until March of UC 0090 that EFF creates Londo Bell to handle anti-Federation movements meant to replace the Titans. The name comes from the name of their headquarters, Linian, located on Side 1. Londo Bell's commander is Bright Noah, with Amado heading up their mobile suit team. It consists of old Karaba and AUG members. However, due to Jamatov Hyman and the rise of the Titans, Londo Bell wasn't given the autonomy outside of EFF like the Titans, and their size was quite minuscule. This was due to fear of another military uprising. In UC 0091, Londo Bell fought against and destroyed the Psycho Gundam Mark IV G-Doors, created by the Titan remnants. This happened outside of Moon Colony and will set off the events of Moon Gundam. We just started our coverage of this manga. Be sure to check it out. It isn't until November, UC 0092, that we will see the return of Char and the second coming of Neo Zeon. In February of UC 0093, a new war begins. On the moon, Londo Bell member Warrant Officer Chan Aggie is talking to October Saran of Anaheim Electronics. She is there to pick up the new Gundam. Chan is picking it up 10 days earlier than expected because Char declared war on Earth and they need to pick up the pace. Now, before we go any further, Char's counterattack starts in media res, or right in the middle of things, in typical Tomino fashion. The second Neo Zeon war is already ramping up, so what is going on? We have started our coverage of Beltachika's children, and we will cover High Streamers soon, which will go into detail about what happened during the lead-up to Char's counterattack. But to give a small summary, in UC 0092, Char made his return and took over the colony of Sweetwater, where they welcomed him with open arms. He begins building the Newborn Neo Zeon movement. During this year, EFF moves its headquarters to Lhasa, Tibet, and gives Londo Bell the Rakai Loom class ship. In February of UC 0093, Char declares war against the Earth during an interview and decides to drop an asteroid on the planet. Chan is a new love interest to Amado. If you have read Beltachika's Children, Beltachika Irma takes on Chan's role, as her character was removed from the movie. Why did they make this change? Who knows? With the exception of Beltachika, Chan is the only soldier who wears a skirt with her EFF uniform. What's that all about? Now that Lhasa is the headquarters of EFF, the law has a tight grip on the area. One delinquent kid gets hit in the gut harder than Camille punching Sarah in the uterus. The security officer notices one of the youths as Quest Pariah, daughter of the Federation Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs, Adenwar Pariah.
But that wasn't his wife, was it?
You are right, random security officer. That is Pariah's mistress, and one of many reasons of what we will refer to as the tragedy of Quest. They head out into space where a battle over 5th Luna is taking place. All around Earth are asteroids used to mine Luna Titanium or Gundarium. Luna 2 is one of these asteroids as well. Neo Zeon is trying to drop 5th Luna onto Lhasa while Londo Bell attacks them. The asteroid begins accelerating towards Earth. Jagans are battling Gyaradogas. The RGM-89 Jagan is EFF's new mass-produced general-purpose mobile suit. EFF deployed these units in UC 0089, which is their state-of-the-art mobile suit, and is the evolution of the GM line and is significantly better in performance than the GM3. This unit is a melee combat beast and can function in Earth gravity with no extra backpack needed. By this time in Universal Century, mobile suits have finally conquered the Earth's gravity issue. The use of light and armor grants the machine high maneuverability. Also, its front skirt armor is removed to maintain the leg's range of articulation, while its head has long-range sensors installed in its forehead in addition to fixed main sensors. During the second Neo Zeon War, the Jagan was still in its early development phase, and there are around 100 in use, mainly used by Londo Bell as well as Luna 2. It is equipped with the Vulcan pod system, which evolved from the Gundam Mark II, a beam saber, hand grenades, a beam rifle, and a shield. The AMS-119 Gyaradoga is Neo Zeon's mass-produced mobile suit, and and the evolution of the Zaku 2 line. Char's forces were limited, so the Gyaradoga is built for efficiency similar to the Gaza C, which breaks after a few uses. Although it was just designed to be good enough, it still can hold its own against a Jagan. It uses the old school Mono Eye, which makes it superior at mid to long range combat, but lacks when fighting in close range. It is equipped with a beam sword axe, a shock anchor, and a shield, which is equipped with a grenade launcher and a Sturmfaust, along with a beam machine gun. In UC 0096, we will see the sleeves continue to use this mobile suit and will evolve into the Girazulu. Char's Raylula is following the asteroid. The Raylula class ship is Char's flagship, developed from the Guazine class ship. One thing that we will see in this new era of Universal Century, unless you count Thunderbolt, is the recovery decks. A mobile suit can now fling itself into the recovery deck if it finds itself in a tight spot. It is equipped with 5 twin megaparticle cannons, 2 dual beam cannons, 20 3-barrel anti-air guns, and several missile launchers. Nanai is commanding the ship while Char preps in the hangar. If you are following our coverage of Char's deleted affair, we have recently introduced Nanai, where Char and her met on Side 3 while she was working with EFF under the newly reformed Republic of Zeon. Char launches in his new Sazabi. The MSN-04 Sazabi is Char's mobile suit designed to bring out all of his new type potential. Of course, Neo Zeon contracted Anaheim Electronics to build it. The Sazabi is the first mobile suit to be equipped with the revolutionary new Psycho Frame cockpit. This system featured microscopic Psychomu receiver circuits installed throughout a mobile suit's internal frame and cockpit walls. These tiny circuits amplify and transmit a new type pilot's psycho waves, enabling the mobile suit to respond instantaneously to mental commands. This unit is 25.6 meters tall compared to the Jagan, which stands at 20.4 meters. Although bigger than your average mobile suit, it is equipped with so many thrusters and verniers that it is still fast and mobile. It is also equipped with 6 funnels, 2 beam sabers, a scattering megaparticle cannon, a beam shot rifle, and a shield. Amado is looking on and realizes that the asteroid is going to hit Earth. He is piloting the Ragazi. The RGZ-91 Ragazi is the evolution to the Zeta Plus R, which we will eventually discuss once we talk about Gundam Sentinel. To this day, Zeta Gundam is considered a masterpiece according to the engineers of Anaheim Electronics. This is a simplified version of Zeta designed with mass production in mind. Although Londo Bell is still testing the mobile suit, it shares parts with the Jagan to simplify production, and it also still retains its Wave Rider form with the help of the Back Weapon System, or BWS. BWS is also equipped with 2 mega beam cannons and additional propellant tanks. Other weapons include 60mm Vulcans, a beam saber, 4 2-tube grenade launchers, a beam rifle with a 3.8 megawatt output, and a shield that stores 3 hand grenades. It can also shoot dummy mobile suits as a decoy. Amado rushes in to attack Gyune in the Yagdoga. The MSN-03 Yagdoga is a variant of the Gyaradoga designed specifically for new types and designed off of the Gyaradoga Psychomu system test type. Like the Sazabi, this unit has a Psycho Frame cockpit and can control 6 funnels. On the Cubely, the funnels are battery powered, and when stored, they recharge. These funnels do not recharge. Besides the Psycho Frame, the Yagdoga is slightly faster and has more powerful thrusters than the Gyaradoga. It is equipped with an eye-field beam saber, a heat knife, a funnel pod shield, and a beam assault rifle. Quest will pilot a version with a Mega Gatling gun. Amado spits out a few dummy mobile suits containing mines which explode right in Gyune's face. Char in Sazabi comes in and attacks Amado. There are many moments where Char and Amado have their Magneto and Xavier we could save the world, no we can't moment. This is one of them. Gyune wonders why Char doesn't use his funnels. Gyune's mobile suit is damaged. Char grabs him and gets him off the asteroid. Meanwhile, on Earth, the pariahs use their privilege to board a shuttle before the civilians. Oh, their last name is Pariah because they both suck. I get it. Because of this, it causes Mirai and her family to not board the shuttle. They have 1 extra seat. Mirai decides to give it to Hathaway. We make jokes about this kid being a terrorist, but during the Second Neo Zeon War, we finally find out why. Amado heads back to the Ra Kylum. The Ra Kylum class battleship is not only a mobile suit carrier with 2 catapults and a landing deck, but it is also capable of high bombardment. It has 5 2-barrel main beam turrets, 22 anti-aircraft guns, and 6 missile launchers. It also has 8 engines and a pair of cooling fins to help improve fuel consumption and increase speed. The ship was developed from both the Dogos Gyar and the Alexandria class ship used by the Titans of yesteryear. When it comes to EFF-based ships, this is it. The Rockeye Loom class ship will last up to the Zanskar Empire in UC-0149. Amado wants to know where Char got the fuel he needed to send 5th Luna into Earth. Bright says that EFF and the military have evacuated Lhasa, but the citizens are screwed. Char knows of the incompetence of EFF and played into their hands, knowing that Londo Bell would take the moral burden. Side 2 is helping Londo Bell, but many of the colonies have no interest in helping. One thing this movie does a poor job of explaining is why Newborn Neo Zeon decided to declare war. To the Spacenoids and Char, Londo Bell comes off as another version of the Titans. He never thought that Amado and Bright, who were his allies during the Grips conflict, would ever go back to EFF. This is more fleshed out in High Streamer. That being said, this sounds like it could have been resolved with a conversation. But then I guess we wouldn't have space ghosts and mommy issues, would we? The Side 2 forces try to shoot down the asteroid with a high mega cannon, but they are infiltrated and shot down by Neo Zeon suicide bombers. The shuttle containing Quest and Hathaway takes off. The pilots were in their spacesuits knowing they would pass by an asteroid, but they didn't tell the passengers. The sheer apathy of the people of Earth these days. The shuttle experiences turbulence and Quest falls into Hathaway's lap. Hathaway gets his first taste of terrorism. Boner. He experiences his first boner. Also, in part 2 of The Tragedy of Quest, her father only cares about himself and completely ignores Quest when passing by the asteroid. 5th Luna falls onto Earth and destroys Lhasa. Do you think the Dalai Lama made it out alive? Is there even a Dalai Lama in Universal Century? EFF probably made him or her disappear, let's be real. Amado is frustrated that there is nothing that he could do against Char. Bright mentions that the colonies are Zeon sympathizers, and anytime Londo Bell goes to inspect the colonies, they lie and hide any information on Neo Zeon. It makes it quite hard for Bright to do his job, while EFF does nothing from Earth. Amado launches in a booster bed and heads towards the moon. Amado takes a nappy nap as he sets course to the moon. He finally makes it to Von Braun to meet with October and Chan. She informs Amado that AE is also making mobile suits for Neo Zeon as well. October says that it isn't a part of his operation, giving plausible deniability.
Typical corporation, right?
Amado gets it. I need to keep this on loop.
Typical corporation, right?
Amado inspects a naked new Gundam. He inspects the Psychomu receiver pack. October mentions their R&D division built a Psychomu system directly into the frame. Amado wonders why he suddenly knows this information.
Typical corporation, right?
He wants to take New Gundam, but October says that it will still need 3 days.
Not good enough.
Thanks, Chan. She's at least a good hype man, but still doesn't make sense that it isn't Beltachika. Char is hyping up his men for the upcoming mission. They are diverting Londo Bell. He says that he feels like a total clown. Unlike the manga where Nanai, or in this case Mesta, takes the reins of the Relula, helping to divert Londo Bell from the fleet. Definitely more detailed in the manga. If you haven't checked out our coverage of Beltachika's children, do yourself a favor and give it a read, especially if you're a Char's Counterattack fan. Gyune goes to apologize. In the manga, Gyune will be picked on a lot, and we will see this more in the movie, but his character development can be summed up by this dialogue by Char.
You're quite expensive. We can't afford to lose you.
Kaisis Mbayer is concerned about Gyune joining them on the mission, but Nanai informs them that he is quite a good bodyguard, and the scenery will make him feel better. They prep for the mission. Bright is informed of movement by Neo Zeon. He sends a message to Amado. Chan gives him the message while fiddling with the Psychomu system when he is informed of Char's movement. In the movie, he just says F it and tries to get it working. Resin wonders why they are doing a long-range attack in mobile suits. Chan and Amado get into New Gundam and head out. October warns them that they aren't going to make it in time. New Gundam takes off on the booster bed using a mass driver system. All the G's to the face causes Chan to pass out. And better you pass out than vomit. Londo Bell and Neo Zeon forces begin engaging in battle while Char and Gyune head out on a shuttle to Londinian. Like the manga, the apogee motors on the shuttle carrying the pariahs and Hathaway are broken. Unlike the manga, however, you don't get this silly guy yelling for his life.
Get me out of here!
Kyra is protecting the ship in a Jagan when Resin comes in with her custom Gyaradoga. The two begin fighting and Resin has the upper hand. Reinforcements shoot off a beam attack. Resin and the Gyaradogas retreat just as Amado and Chan show up in New Gundam. The RX-93 New Gundam is one of the most advanced mobile suits during the Neo Zeon War, and a continuation of Project Zeta. It is built off of the test data of Narrative and Mu Gundam. This mobile suit focuses on durability, and many of the parts of the Gundam are EFF standard, with the exception of the Psycho Frame. This is also the best of Amado in a mobile suit, as it is the culmination of all his battle data ever. The new Gundam is also the first Gundam-type machine to be equipped with funnels, and a newly developed MS control program is installed to account for the mobile suit's center of mass during separation and movement of the funnels. Specifically, New uses 6 fin funnels. Each funnel is made up of 3 blocks, which contains its own ambac system. These funnels can also be used for defensive purposes. It is equipped with 60mm Vulcans, 2 beam sabers, a beam rifle with a 3.8 megawatt output, and a new hyper bazooka, as well as a shield. It also has birdlime launchers, which is the spooge that some mobile suits shoot out to seal colony cracks. Did you know it had a name? I've just been calling it spooge. It also has dummy launchers. Amuro notes that they are pulling back. They are organized and knew exactly when to withdraw. He realizes the downed shuttle is nearby. Like the manga, Londo Bell saves the shuttle and Bright runs into Hathaway. Adenoir tells Bright that he must head towards Londinia on urgent matters. Amuro is having a dream. Lala soon. Bird form, activate. Lala in bird form is my favorite Lala. She approaches him as he says that she must not talk to Char anymore. But like the manga, Lala tells Amuro that Char is pure of heart. Amuro wakes up in a cold sweat just as Chan tells him to come to the mobile suit deck. Chan notes that he has become cold. Also, did you know that you could buy these underwear? Well, you can. What a time to be alive. Chan waits for Amuro. What he said would be a few minutes turned into a few hours. Chan doesn't have too many character moments considering she should be someone else, but this moment of her waiting shows her commitment to Amuro. Loyalty, that's something. It's technically a character trait. Quest and Hathaway play with the simulator. Quest wanders around and runs into Amuro. In the manga, the two share a moment, which gives Quest the understanding that he is a good person. Here, ready? Let's count this one down.
Quest pariah?
Yes.
I'd advise against civilians going past this point.
Oh, okay.
Quest!
Well, that was quick. Hathaway and Quest talk about Amuro and ponder what a new type is. He believes it is developed once man heads into space. Quest is sad because she grew up on Earth. In the manga, she is more mad and frustrated about this manner. Char's shuttle makes it to Londinian. Quest wanders around the hangar and Chan stops her. This is an important moment in the manga where instead of Shan, it is Beltachika, and Quest is able to sense that she is pregnant. Here, well,
I don't care what you say. That's the way I see it. You should get off this ship right away.
it's just silly squabble. Justice for Beltachika. The Ra Kailoon makes its way to Londinian. Quest tells Hathaway that her father knows nothing about the colonies. The two begin having a conversation about whether it is right or wrong to send Earth into a freeze for Char's ideals. Also, for the longest time, I thought this guy was Omer Fang from the original White Base crew. But nope, just some random dude. We will, however, see Omer showing up in a manga following Kika Kobayashi in UC 0095 titled Mobile Suit Gundam Pulitzer. Amuro and Bright wonder what Adenoir's business with the colony is. They depart and the pariahs meet with Cameron Bloom. You remember Cameron? Never gets old. They head to the hotel where they meet up with Neo Zeon and Char ass nibbles himself. Meanwhile, Quest calls Hathaway to ask him out on a date and Amuro agrees to chauffeur.
Hathaway?
They are working out the details regarding a treaty between EFF and Zeon in exchange for Axis. Amuro gives Hathaway a third-generation Hado, and they head out to pick up Quest. Char and Neo Zeon complete their exchange relatively quickly in the movie, which does make EFF seem even more comically incompetent. Ultimately, it was just a quick exchange over disarmament and resources. He changes into his suit and begins doing something extremely wicked.
Amuro.
He sigs that Zeon and heads out. Quest and Hathaway are enjoying the sights as they explore the colony with Amuro driving them. He sees a swan, and it reminds Amuro of Lala in bird form. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Char comes out on his horse. Amuro chases him. He informs Gyune to come in and pick him up. In our coverage of the manga, we played this moment very, very gay. This time, let's make it a little bit more epic. Amuro pulls out a gun and Quest comes in and smacks it out of his hand. She goes in and picks it up, protecting Char. He takes Quest and the two run off. That is when Gyune comes in with the Hobby Hijacking. The RMS-116H Hobby Hijacking is a civilian mobile suit that is closer to a nice car or a hot rod rather than a piece of military equipment. After the disbanding of the Titans, EFF had a surplus of Hijackings. In UC 0093, these mobile suits do not serve the military's needs, so they eventually showed up on the public market. This is just a Hijack with all the armament stripped away and is now classified as a sports mobile suit. Gyune touches down and picks up Char and Quest. Cameron goes to meet with Bright and informs him that Char is currently in the colony. He wonders if Adenoir was at the meeting, and Cameron says yes. Bright then goes to meet with Adenoir to try to convince him not to work with Char, but it is too late. He is heading to Luna 2 to oversee the disarmament of Neo Zeon. Bright knows they don't intend to disarm. While heading back to Sweetwater, Gyune and Quest fly around in the Hobby Hijacking. She is a natural even though she hasn't flown ever. She does a flyby on the transport ship. Gyune tells her to stop it for his sake, so he doesn't get in trouble. Quest says she will take care of him. But one thing to note is that in the manga, she does not say this, and the captain smacks the shit out of Gyune, or Gus in this case. Quest meets with Char. He wonders why she is drawn to him, and she says that she believes the people of Earth are weighed down by gravity. Then she essentially says, I saw this bird lady, Amado saw this bird lady, we all saw this bird lady. She is of course referring to Lala. She says that she happened to meet Amado by coincidence. Meanwhile, on Linian, Hathaway purchases a med. He plans on using this to get back Quest. Char and Nanai are running Psychomu tests on Quest. She is piloting a red Yagdoga and testing the funnels. Char says that she is just like her, a natural new type. They take the train, and like Beltachika's children, the people sing and sing that Zeon to Char, Quest, and Gyune. But if you watch the English dub, you will hear some of the worst singing put to voice acting. That's bad. It's like the voice director forgot about this part, so he just gathered everyone in the production office to sing this terrible song. Hey boss, I can't sing. Is that going to ruin the production? Nah, it'll be fine. While taking a car back to Char's quarters, the conversation regarding giving the world a nice long rest is very short in the movie. It makes it seem like Quest went along with Char based off of one sentence. I think I'm gonna need more data if you want me to help you blow up the world. But that's just me. Maybe I should be more impulsive. Like Beltachika's children, Nanai lectures Char about bearing the burdens of all of humanity. Nanai tells Char to be wary of the compassion from those such as Amado Ray. He tells Nanai about the incident between Lala, Amado, and himself. Amado and Lala's new type connection was quite strong. In the English dub, Michael Kopsa reads the line so angrily that it seems like he is taking out Lala's death on his sister more so than Amado.
If only my sister Artesia hadn't been there.
This line read always bugged me. I forgive you, Michael Kopsa, because you also played Beast in X-Men Evolution, and I loved that series back in the day. Of course, Amado goes in for the attack, and Lala gets in between the two. She is killed by the hands of Amado. One thing that is new in the anime is that they briefly talk about how love and hate are two sides of the same coin. The dub officially makes Chamado official canon. Deal with it. Char goes on ahead towards Axis and waits for Nanai there. He plans on using Quest in the battle. He has her on his mind, and Nanai knows this. She is frustrated that he has fallen for a brat. I feel you, Nanai. Also, Char likes him young. You should know this by now. Quest and Gyune have a similar conversation about keeping a distance from the captain. Of course, Quest thinks he is jealous. In the movie, Gyune doesn't get beat up by his comrades like in Beltachika's children. They give him a little more respect in the movie. The next day, Char gives his speech to the people of Neo Zeon. In this speech, he makes official claims that the Zombies assassinated his father, who just wanted to bring autonomy to the Spacenoids. He essentially gives you a refresher on the history of UC. Hey, that's my job.
And resulting in the brazen activities of Haman.
The way the English voice actor says Haman here used to bug me. But then a few weeks ago, I pronounced Hammond Crowley as Haman, so I guess I empathize with him now? No, I still hate it. They sig that Zeon, or if you are watching the dub, they hailed that Zeon. Yeah, Westerners don't really sig things. A little fascist for our tastes. But in the context of the situation, it still works for Zeon, so it is quite a dumb change. I don't understand translators. Char begins splitting his army and filling in the gaps with dummy ships. They head to Luna 2 to capture the nuclear armaments. We see Adenwire and EFF monitoring the news. They note that they have more ships than they claim to have had. Rather than seeing this as a red flag, Adenwire thinks Char is being very honest. What an idiot. During Char's negotiations, he asked for EFF to give jobs to the Axis fleet as their services wouldn't be needed for Neo Zeon. Adenwire tells the crew of the Klopp-class ship that Earth is always looking for people to clean the beaches. They really turn Adenwire's dickish behavior up to 11 in the movie. Like in Beltachika's children, Cameron gives Bright the Audit Bureau's reserves of nukes. He says he is doing this for Mirai. Both Quest and Gyune are running tests in their Yagdogas. They head back to the Raylula, where Resin starts making fun of Gyune for being a fake new type.
I'm a real new type.
Sorry, real new type. Quest tells him to ignore them. The team heads out with the Alpha Izeto attached to the rear. The Klopp class notices that the Musakas are spreading out in attack formation. They send out Jagans to scout out the area. That is when the Neo Zeon fleet begins attacking the Luna 2 fleet. Quest and Gyune launch in the Yagdogas. This is Quest's first battle. She is a little overwhelmed. Resin is handling business on her own. Quest goes out to protect Gyune. She unleashes her funnels on a team of Jagans. Gyune reminds her that the mission is Luna 2, but she rushes out on her own. She finds the Klopp-class ship containing her father, fires on the ship, destroying the fleet and Adenwire.
This is crazy!
This is crazy. She destroys the bridge, but the ship is still intact. A bombardment attacks Quest, taking out her right arm. Jagans come rushing towards her, but Gyune takes them out while protecting Quest. She is currently freaking out. Ah yes, the first time a new type experiences a new type flash. I hear it tastes like pennies. Bright leaves Hathaway with Cameron, but of course he stows away on the Rock Loom using his meds. The ship goes to send maintenance to check out Hatch 48. Also, who told this voice actor to take the stoner approach?
What are you doing? It's me.
Amado, Bright, Chan, Ashtanaj, and Kyra are all questioning Char's movements. They investigate further to find that some of his fleet contains dummy ships. They are sure that Char has already made his way to Axis. Meanwhile, at Axis, the attack begins. Char heads out in the Sazabi. He leaves it in the hands of Lyle. We haven't really talked about Lyle, but he is the fleet commander for Neo Zeon. Remember, Char is acting as Zeon Marshal, who occasionally goes out in a mobile suit. This is very different from Amado, who has always been a pilot. He works with Bright, who handles command, so he could focus on piloting and focus on new type powers. Their approaches to solving a similar problem are very different. On board the bridge, Quest wanders around, and Nanai handles business. That is so satisfying. Instead of stripping, like in Beltachika's Children, she just falls in line. You heard me correct. Go watch that coverage. It's weird. Meanwhile, Mirai and Che-Min are just enjoying a typical day in Hong Kong. They wonder how Hathaway is doing. He happens to be freezing inside of a med. A Jagan comes to the Rock Loom carrying EFF soldiers. They inform the crew that Adenwire is dead and that EFF isn't going to deploy anyone else to help them with this situation. Quest takes off in her Yagdoga and heads to Captain Char at Axis. While prepping for battle, Amado and Kyra find Hathaway sneaking around. The Rock Loom begins their missile barrage. Char launches in the Sazabi and uses his funnels to stop the missiles from attacking. Meanwhile, Hathaway gets the backhand of God himself. Amado tells him that Quest has become one of Char's tools. Kyra and the Ragazi and the first wave launch and begin their attack on Axis.
Time to go, Axis. Carry your dreadful memories down to Earth.
Oh, come on, Char. There was also good memories, like, you know, that time your baby mama died? And, nope, never mind. Drop it. While Chan is confining Hathaway to her room, he wonders what the T-shaped thing is on her waist. She tells him that it is a psycho frame and that she is doing additional testing on it. Remember this, as this will go on to inform other Gundams in the future. Gyune launches and catches up with Quest. Nanai and the fleet are almost caught up to the Axis team. Quest sees the missile barrage and begins making her way towards Char. The second wave launches, including Amado and New Gundam. Resin says the most catty line to Nanai before launching.
Oh, thanks a lot.
What is with these line reads in the English version, man? The voice director was asleep at the wheel during this one. Gyune catches up with Quest. Bright launches a sixth wave of missiles. Gyune notices that they are nukes and launches his funnels. He focuses his power and is able to take out the nukes. Char catches up with the two. Quest says fuck physics and jumps out of her mobile suit and into the Sazabi. You can survive up to 15 seconds in the vacuum of space, but do you really want to take that risk? Kyra finds the Rey Lula and begins attacking. Gyune runs into Amado. This random idiot runs into a rock thinking it was a dummy. Resin goes to find the Rock Loom and begins attacking. Chan goes to man one of the turrets. The psycho frame begins glowing. Resin can't outrun Chan's turret skills, and she is taken down. Rest in peace, catty side character.
Oh, thanks a lot.
Meanwhile, Quest is struggling with her new type powers.
It feels like a bunch of people are coming into me.
Nope, I'm not touching this one. Hathaway is able to sense Quest. Kyra goes in and attacks Axis, but Gyune stops her. He does damage to the Ragazi, and it transforms into mobile suit mode. Kyra is hit again. Gyune takes out her right arm. Gyune tries to use Kyra as bait. The escape pod on the Ragazi isn't working. She gets out of the Gundam, but Gyune grabs her. Amado tries to attack him, but he threatens to kill Kyra. His men come in and try to restrain him. His men cause New Gundam to activate the funnels. As he resists, Gyune gives Kyra a good shake before throwing her and going in for the attack on Amado. He instantly uses his funnels on Gyune. This makes him retreat. Amado grabs Kyra, but it isn't looking good. He rushes back to the ship. Meanwhile, Quest is freaking out as she could feel all of the pain on the battlefield. Rather than help her, Char just goes, "This girl's got new type powers. Nice." Char hasn't learned anything from dealing with Haman. He truly is making all the same mistakes again. Ashtonaj is helping to guide some of the Jagans when he is informed of Kyra. He rushes to the hangar. Amado tries to tell him to stay back, but of course he doesn't listen to her. Ashtonaj cries over her dead body. Amado blames himself. He says that the funnels were too sensitive and attacked Yune's team, causing him to take action and shake Kyra. If they were calibrated properly, she might still be alive. Nanai gets snippy with Char, who brings up the fact that Quest complained to him. Nanai suggests that they send Gyune and Quest on the front lines to keep them in line. He hugs her and says, "Mommy, I need you." Ah, he's like a big baby. Quest is complaining about the Alpha when Gyune comes and picks her up. He tries to show off to Quest, but she only seems interested in the captain. Gyune tells her about Char's obsession with Lala Soon. Nice. Someone in this universe had to say it. I mean, I've been saying it, but they can't hear me. I'm like the Watcher in the UC timeline. Gyune is really throwing the captain under the bus so he could get a piece of that Quest. Quest floats away. He tells her that Char started this war because Lala Soon chose Amado over him. Axis is looping around the Earth before crashing down onto the surface. Londo Bell must start by destroying the nuclear thrusters on Axis before moving on to destroying Axis itself. Londo Bell only has 4 nukes of their own left from Cameron's reserve. If nukes don't work, they will have to do a Star Wars on Axis. Once destroyed, the fragments will fall out of Earth's orbit. Wait, why wouldn't they still hit Earth? Shut up. Chan reads a letter from October of Anaheim Electronics. He informs her that the Psycho Frame wasn't made up by their R&D department and that it actually came from Neo Zeon. After reading Beltachika's Children, this method of finding out about the Psycho Frame certainly does come off as lazier writing. Amado comes in. Chan tells her that she is worried about everyone and about the Psychomu system bringing forth unknown powers. Amado calms her mind by saying what every girl loves to hear.
I'll win with the fin funnels.
Fin funnels. Yeah, that really does it for me. On Earth, Mirai and Che-Min are stuck in traffic trying to escape from Hong Kong. They look out towards the sun to see Axis close by. Amado and New Gundam launches. Hathaway is locked out of the bridge. We do get this bleak and real moment of war through Hathaway's eyes.
Write your will on this.
Everyone prepares for the attack on Axis. On the Relula, Quest makes the bridge crew feel awkward.
Am I some kind of substitute for Lala?
Yeah, they're going to be gossiping about that one for days. She confesses her love to the captain. Quest wants him to give up Nanai. He unfortunately goes along with her feelings. Anything to get those new types into the cockpit, eh, Char? He meets up with Gyune and says, "Bitch, you better shut your mouth about me and Quest." He is giving Quest the Alpha and wants Gyune to back her up. He launches in the Gyagdoga. Quest launches in the Alpha Izeru. The NZ-333 Alpha Izeru is a giant new type-based mobile armor that is based off of the Psycho Doga and the Zero the R. So even though the Psycho Doga wasn't used in the movie, it still has a basis in this mobile armor. The face of this unit resembles the Zero the R Char used in Char's deleted affair. But the Zero was originally based off of the New Zeal, which was piloted by Anna Volgato in Stardust Memory. The lineage of this mobile suit existed since the 1-year war, and parts of it will still exist during Cosmo Babylonia. The Zero the R had 1 mega powerful particle gun in its mouth. This version has an even powerful mega particle gun in the mouth as well as in the chest. Because it was developed as a new type weapon, the Alpha Izeru has 9 funnels which can attack over great distances. It also has a pair of 5-barrel wire-guided mega arm cannons. Other weapons include 4 Vulcan guns, 1 twin large Vulcan gun, a pair of folding claw arms, detachable Sturm thrusters, which are the extra boosters that kind of look like legs, and it also has an escape shuttle. You would think that? No. The two engage in battle. Amado notices that Quest has a playful nature to her. It isn't Char piloting the new mobile armor. She unleashes her funnels on New Gundam, but he rushes in close. Quest keeps him at a distance with her Vulcans. While Gyune fights Amado, Quest comes in and fires her funnels. One feature of Amado's fin funnels are that it can shoot at one another to create a megaparticle compression, which is essentially an eye field. He does this and it confuses the Alpha's funnels. He goes in and shoots at the Alpha. They wonder how his funnels can last for so long. Chan heads out to the hangar to find Kyra's old Regazi. As she goes into the Gundam, Ashtonaj tries to stop her, but she says that Amado needs another Psycho Frame on the battlefield. As she heads out, the Rakai Loom is hit and Ashtonaj is killed in action. Bye, Ashtonaj. You didn't deserve to go out like that. You will be missed. As the explosion goes off, Hathaway is once again sneaking around. He climbs into a Jagan and launches. He instantly runs into a Gyardoga and takes it out with his Vulcans. Gyune attacks Amado Amado with his funnels, but he is able to take both out. He takes aim with his beam rifle and gets a direct hit on the Psycho Doga, killing Gyune. He went out with a beam rifle and an arrow of funnels. Bye, Gyune, you were never a real new type.
I'm a real new type.
A fleet of Gyaradogas come in and attack the Raw Kylune, but the Raw Cheddar blocks the attack and is destroyed in the process. Cheddar. A Musaka with nukes heads to the front lines. Bright fires nukes on the Axis thrusters. Char in Sazabi senses the nukes and fires his funnels, destroying the missiles. However, Bright sends out one more nuke and destroys the ship carrying Neo Zeon's reserve nukes. Char didn't expect this from him. Bright notices that Hathaway has once again vanished. Chan was able to sense Hathaway on the battlefield, and she chases him down. He eventually finds Quest in the Alpha and tries to get her attention, but Chan is following the two and Quest begins fighting. Hathaway tries to calm down Quest, but Chan fires a missile towards the two. The Alpha gets in front of Hathaway, taking the brunt of the attack and killing Quest. She's been la-la'd, but also, do you hear that? Silence. Let's just enjoy the quiet before we move on. Hathaway is enraged. He blames this on the adults and begins firing on Chan. He destroys the Ragazi and kills Chan in the process. But before she explodes into a fiery new type flame, the Psycho Frame attached to her hip flies off on its own. Be free, Psycho Frame! Be free. Meanwhile, this guy represents the entirety of EFF's attitude during this movie.
Hey, you think Londo Bell is in need of some support?
EFF finally decides to send out mobile suits to Axis as the asteroid gets closer to Earth. Mobile suits begin closing in on Neo Zeon. Musakas are going down left and right. Finally, the battle you have been waiting for. Char and Amado meet on the battlefield. Amado starts taking out the Musakas on Axis. These contain the remaining nukes that are supposed to send Earth into a nuclear winter. Meanwhile, Chan's Psycho Frame is hanging out on the battlefield. Amado is able to feel her. The Psycho Frame helps communicate to Amado. Meanwhile, Bright and a team of med pilots head out onto Axis and plant bombs throughout the asteroid. Char is able to sense the Rock Kylune. He realizes that they intend to blow up Axis from the inside. Amado makes his way into the asteroid as well. He tries to distract Char while Bright's team makes their escape. They both head back into their mobile suits and begin fighting with their beam sabers. The battle devolves into punching and kicking as they tear each other's mobile suits apart. Bright and the team get back to the Rock Kylune and detonate the bombs. Axis explodes. The asteroid splits in half. Amado tears through Sazabi and Char tries to eject, but Amado is able to catch his pod. Bright and the team realize that half of the asteroid is still going to plummet onto Earth. Yeah, that was what I was saying at the beginning of this episode. Oh right, they can't hear me. Char laughs as his plan is still in motion, but Amado plans to use New Gundam to push Axis away from Earth. As he tries to push the asteroid, Char tells him that it was him who gave Amado the Psycho Frame data. Amado is using Char's pod to push on Axis. The two Psycho Frames are pushing on one another. It begins emitting a green glow. The EFF fleet finally makes its way to Axis and helps. Even some of the Neo Zeon fleet helps push back the asteroid. I never understood why Gyaradogas helped out. This was their plan the whole time, no? I guess they have second thoughts? Many of the mobile suits break up trying to push back Axis. The glow gets bigger. It begins pushing back mobile suits from the asteroid. What we are experiencing is a psycho field. It is when the Psycho Frame absorbs an intense amount of emotion. In this case, two Psycho Frames with similar emotional forces pushing together create an area in which human consciousness can extend beyond the physical. In Gundam Unicorn, the Psycho Frame will be seen as the spiritual will that embodies the user. It is vague, but I think they need to keep it vague. Explaining the Force didn't really make Star Wars better. Do you want midichlorians in Gundam? Because that's how you get midichlorians in Gundam. The Force grows bigger and stronger. It has the physical ability to push Axis away from Earth's sphere. Char admits that he simply used Quest for his own personal needs. Unlike Amado, who from the beginning never wanted to be a surrogate father to her, Amado yells at him for taking advantage of a little girl. That is when we get the most left-turn piece of dialogue that has ever existed in a Gundam franchise.
Lala Soon was a young woman who may very well have become a mother to me.
In the end, it wasn't about controlism. It wasn't about freeing humanity's soul from the weight of gravity. No. It was simply all about a boy and a girl. A man who lost everything and is simply trying to get it back. Amado seems to realize this in his final moments. They unleash an absurd amount of emotional energy, and the two are engulfed in the cosmic glow of the Psycho Field. Axis begins moving out of Earth's gravitational pull. The Psycho Frame wanders off into space as the cosmic glow follows. After the Axis incident, Char Aznable and Amado Ray were considered MIA. Despite the fact that Char is gone, Newborn Neo Zeon is still relatively strong. There just happens to be a power vacuum at the moment. In Universal Century 0096, 3 years from now, we will see the emergence of the Neo Zeon remnants, the Sleeves. Despite there being one last push for Zeon, this is essentially it. These are Zeon's last days, as we see a once powerful nation become nothing but mere remnants. According to the Granada Treaty during the 1-year war, Side 3 and the Republic of Zeon will be completely reintegrated back into the Federation by UC 100. And that will conclude Char's Counterattack. There are a lot of mixed feelings on this one, as ultimately there is a great story here, but the rush nature of it all and the characterization of some people really didn't work in execution. As we are exploring Beltachika's children along with this movie, we are seeing that the manga allows the story to breathe a little bit more. This would have been better as an 8-episode OVA. Once we finish Beltachika's children, we will dive more into the psychology of the ending between Char and Amado, but we see in this story a man willing to destroy the world for lost love, hiding behind idealism. We have finished UC 0093 and are now moving forward to UC 0096. We will explore the final push by the Zeon remnants, the Sleeves, but most importantly, we will circle back to understanding the Laplace incident in UC 0001 and how a simple misunderstanding can cause centuries of violence. But that will do it for now, new types. Remember, if you find yourself willing to drop an asteroid on Earth, maybe try therapy first. If the therapy doesn't work, then yeah, go ahead, drop an asteroid. Peace.